for those who like to learn if they speak the language. You know, even what his name, Shabir Ali, he bought my book, but he did not dare even to speak against it one moment. For he knew he can't do, he can't say nothing. What he can say? What he can say? Do we have any Muslim want to say something? Anyone? My translation for the Quran is going, but it's slow because, as you see, I'm doing many hours talking to people, internet, live streaming. After I finish here, I find many messages from people who want to leave Islam, family they want to leave Islam, like, you know, sometime a group of like the whole family. So I spend a lot of time talking in private, more than just doing live on air. Each time I go in my Skype, I find tons of messages. My son, etc. My daughter is etc. My wife, etc. I married a woman, she is a Muslim, and I'm trying to convince her. Can you talk to her? So endless. And I don't mind, by the way. It doesn't make me upset. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm saying that it's taking too much time. The only way to finish fast is to take maybe a vacation and don't open my Skype, don't go live, and just spend time to finish it. Yeah. Singh wanna call me? Is he a Muslim? Is he a Muslim? Any book of my book in Arabic? No, I don't write in Arabic because people who speak Arabic, there's many Christian TV stations, they are doing great job exposing Islam left and right. So my book will not, and you know, like your books cannot go to Islamic countries. This is number one, and they block them. Even aside, they block them. The only way, the best way, is satellite stations who they can go inside the house and nobody can stop them. All right. Yeah, I'm working actually in 3 books in the same time right now. So do we have any Muslim want to say something before we go? Buma, if you want me to block you, repeat that word again. Any Muhammadan? Who is a proud Muhammadan? He would like to give us a call. So you can prove us wrong. At least, you know, like one Muslim, he can say something positive about the Prophet. Just one. Who is a Muslim? He have something positive about Muhammad. Anyone? Which dialect the Quran is written in? Supposedly the Quran is written in the dialect of Quraysh, but the fact the Quran is not really written in Arabic. You see, if you go in the structure of the Quran, you will find like this is how the Arabic we know as today. But I don't believe the Quran was written in such a language, because if you go in the time of Muhammad, what we see in front of us was not exist. All of those things is not exist. The dots, the movement, they call them tashkil. You see all those signs. Let us zoom in a little bit in the screen. Let us put the screen on. All those things you see in the screen, they never exist in the Arabic language. Those things were added later. You see this letter here, like this is like a dhamma. It's called dhamma. This is fatha. This is nuqta. This is fatha. This is kasra. So and the way the letters are connected, it's not like that. For this is originally was Aramaic, have nothing to do really with Arabic. And we can prove that very easy actually. You see, like what is the name of the book? Quran. Quran is not an Arabic word. You speak to any one who is Aramaic, he will say to you what qura'o, qura'o, qura'o coming from the word qarra wara'a, which means he said something with his lips, but what he said is what he saw. So from reading. In Arabic, there's nothing called Quran. It's wrong actually to be Quran, for this is not, this is a Syriac word from the Syrian language. And then you go and you see like everything, Ar-Rahman, Rahimu. Speak to anyone who speak Aramaic, he will say to you that this is not an Arabic word. Actually, all the languages you see today in front of you, which is the language have to do with religion, Christianity, Islam, is born of the Aramaic. But the Quran specifically is a theft from the Aramaic language. I don't believe even the Quran was in Arabic for a second. This is why the Muslims, they have a problem to understand the Quran, because it was not written really in the language which they claim it is in Arabic. I believe that when the Caliphate uh, uh, he forced to translate all languages to what is called Arabic today, this is when the new Quran started to reborn in a new shape, in a new font, in a new decoration, in a new way. Until now, the Muslim do not have any old manuscript. The Muslim a few years ago, they find one page which was a gift from a priest, and the page date is goes to the time of even Muhammad before he became a prophet, which means this is the letter date, not the ink, not the writing. The ink and the writing have nothing to do with the document itself, or let us say the page itself. It was because, you know, in the old days they used to like the same piece of leather, they write something and then this thing is not important no more. So what they do, they whip it off with water, they wash it, and then they write another thing. So the letter date is old, but it's not the writing. Why? Because it have a very similar writing to this, which was not exist in the time of Muhammad. All those things you see in the front of your screen are not exist in the time of Muhammad. All right. Do you understand Gulf Arabic? There's nothing is called Gulf Arabic. And the people of the Gulf are not Arab. You know, there is a many misunderstanding for everything. Many of you think that when we say I'm an Arab, that's mean I am from the race of the Arab. There's no such a race, never exist and will never exist. All those who they are from the Gulf, or they call them the Gulf, are Indian. They are literally Indian. There's nothing is called Arab. If you go here with me, this is the map. What is the distance between the Arabian Peninsula and India? By the way, those borders you see right now, they were not exist. Remember that, right? Those borders never exist. This is something the made of the British and the French and the winner of the new war, War II. So they are the one who created those borders and those countries. But if you go here, like now, we were talking yesterday about Hormuz. This is a few miles wide. Few miles, you are jumping from India, or what is called Iran today. You are jumping from India to the Arabian Peninsula, and that's it. If you think India is far away from Saudi Arabia, you are mistaken. If you go and see the look of those people who live there, they look like Pakistani people. Let me show you. This is the Prince of Qatar, the father. Don't he isn't he a Pakistani person from Pakistan? Yes, he is. All of them actually, they have the features of people from Pakistan. They have nothing. This is his son. They are Pakistani. They have thick hair. Let us see if we can find you one. Here we go. This one without the Arabian clothes. If you look at him, don't you think right away that this guy is coming from India or from Pakistan? They are Pakistani. Look at this. This is nothing called Arab. It's a joke. Islam itself is an Indian religion. This is where the Kaaba is coming from. The black stone, the vagina, the sexual stone going around the Kaaba naked. It is, and this is why the Muslims, they shave their head when they do Hajj. They go around the Kaaba. They wear a sheet and they show one shoulder, exact like the Hindus. Exact like the Hindus. And not only that, even the Muslim, they claim that Adam, the first time he came, anyone remember he came to where? When Allah he sent Adam down, he sent him where? Do you remember? Even the Muslim, they say that the first land Allah he sent Adam to, it was in India, which is Sri Lanka supposedly now. Hmm? Where it is written that the Prophet Adam came from India. And now the Muslims, they are fighting with the Buddha in Sri Lanka over a mount, and they claim that this is where Adam he land down. You know, is Indian for them. Even the Muslims, according to them, Adam was an Indian man. I'm not talking about who is nice, who's not. I'm saying that there is nothing is called Arab as an ethnic. Arab today, the word Arab, when you say Arab, is those who speak Arabic, but they are not really Arab. No, nobody is an Arab. Where is the Arab? Who are the Arab? You know, the word Arab is a word in Aramaic mean desert. It is not for people. So whoever live in the desert, he is Arabian, which means it's a desert person. In other words, savage. So the Arab, the Aramaic, they used to call us savage. Why? Because we used to take a shower once a year. Bedouin who live in a tent, move from place to place. So it is not an ethnic, it is whoever live in the desert. Aramaic, it's not even a name of an ethnic as much as a name of people where they live. Aram is a high hill, high mount. So the Aramaic, they live in high mountains or high hills, high hills. And those who they are Arab is the one who live in the desert. So the name was given by the territory name or description in Aramaic. It's not for in ethnic. Whoever live in the desert, they call them Arab. Are you getting the point? Do we understand? The same as like Palestine. Palestine is not a name for a nation. It is whoever live in that territory. It's called Palestine. They call them Palestinian, but there's nothing called Palestinian as an ethnic. Uh, so you know, there's a lot of misunderstanding about history, about what happened, and Islam have have roots goes back to other. Everything in Islam is not Islamic. Some from the Christians, some from the Jews, some from the Sabian, some from the Hindus. some from other religions around them, you know, like legends and stories, like you know, the seven sleepers in the Quran. But this is a fiction story. Fiction story written by a Syrian bishop. His name is Jacob or Yaqub. He wrote the story for fiction for youth to make them have hope. Okay, today we have discrimination, tomorrow the future will be better, we'll be victorious with Jesus. Muhammad, he took the story, he put it in the Quran, and he claimed that Allah, he made a miracle for the seven sleepers. And because the book, the story is written in Aramaic, Muhammad, obviously his Aramaic is horrible, so he come with the story in a very wrong way. As an example, you will see the Quran says that Muhammad supposedly trying to be smart, like he knows what you do not know. In chapter 18 verse number 22, and look here how silly, how stupid this Quran is. Some they will say they were three and their dog is fourth. And some they say they are five and their dog is six. Guessing at random. This is a translation. And some they say they are seven and their dog is eight. Okay, so now what is the correct number? Oh Muhammad, Allah know best their number. And what happened? They came to Muhammad. They says, Muhammad, once you say they are four, one you say five, so what is the correct number? So Muhammad, to cover his ass, he says, okay, some they say they are four, and some they say they are four and their dog is five, and some they say they are five and their dog is six, and some they say they are six and their dog is number seven. And but you know what? Allah knows best. But Allah is talking. The one is talking is Allah. How Allah? He says Allah knows best. What about you give us a number? You know what I'm saying? It's like you're asking me, hey Christian Prince, what is the number of those in the story? And then I say, if I am saying that God knows best, that will make sense, because I do not know, God knows. But God is saying Allah knows best. So this is a story from a Christian bishop who wrote it centuries before Islam. And Muhammad, he took it, he put it in the Quran, and he make a story about it. And not only that, because they could not understand the language, look what Muhammad he said. Here it says, and their dog is number six. The fact in Aramaic, it does not say dog. It is kali'ahum, from kala'a, the provider. The provider is the angel, you donkey. So Muhammad, he have a very funny skills in language. He stole the story, and now he made the word kali'ahum kalbahum. Kalbahum mean the dog, kali'ahum mean the angel who will provide them. So look how we switch from an angel to a dog, because the story is a theft. So from an angel to a dog, because you cannot count the dog as number five. I mean, in any language in the world, you cannot say they are four and their dog is number five. That's stupid of you, because the dog is not a human to count him with them. Is that correct, guys? Can we count the dog additional and we say he's five? Because if we count the dog, that means he's a human too. We cannot say for a human and their dog is number five, especially he's saying they are four and their dog is five, the fifth. We can say there's four human and one dog. That will be accurate. You cannot say four and the dog is number five. That's stupid. In Arabic is wrong, in English wrong, in French is wrong, in any language is wrong. So what the story was, there's seven sleepers who they have their provider, their guard. It's not a dog, it's an angel. This is why it says Fatihun zira'ihi. He opened his two arms. Two arms. Have you ever heard of a dog have two arms? Huh? Muslims, have you ever heard of a dog have two arms? Amazing, stupid, crazy cult. I mean, nobody can beat the stupidity of this cult. Any Abdul? So as usual, Muhammad always he copy and he steal. It was an angel who is opening his arms. Not a dog opening his arms. Dogs don't have arms. And look in the translation, it says he spread out, stretching out his paws. What? Where it says that? It says وَكَلْبَهُمْ بَاسِطٌ ذِرَاعَيْهِ. ذِرَاعَيْهِ, his two arms. But dogs have four legs. They don't have two arms and two legs. So what this was? It was about the angel who guard them in the front of the cave, open his two arms, because he's an angel, he have wings supposedly. It's a fiction story. So look what Muhammad the idiot, the thief, he did. He stole the story, the angel became a dog, and then the rest is crazy. Alexander the Great, he became a prophet for Islam. Anyone is famous, Muhammad, he put him in the Quran. Luqman, I mean, you name it, any name. Any name he heard about him in his time, he put him in the Quran. And he make him a prophet of Allah. If Muhammad he heard about Trump, he will make a chapter. It's called the chapter of the Trump. Especially if he heard about Kardashian, he will make a Quran says Kardashian. And what is Kardashian? Nobody knows what is Kardashian. Allah knows best about Kardashian. Look at this. Do we have any Muslim? Any Muslim speak Arabic? Just for fun. Anyone? Want to enjoy the wisdom of? Oh, hold on, I forgot something. I don't want to forget this one. What about we go and see the wisdom of Allah, who made the verses in the Quran saying you can eat alone? Anyone remember what chapter? What chapter? Who remember? Anyone? What chapter? You can eat alone. You can eat with your family. You guys are having a hard time, don't you? Okay. What verse? What verse? Some of you said 24. Let us see if this is true. What verse? Okay. 61. Let us see. We go to 61. Wisdom of Allah. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, who can beat? This is 24, and this is 61. No blame is there upon the blind, nor any blame upon the lame, nor any blame upon the sick, nor in yourself if you eat at your own. Oh boy. And then he starts saying, no blame if you eat in the house of your father, and in the house of your mother, and in the house of your brother. This is God. That God now is squeezing his bum and coming with this wisdom now, that I can eat in my house if I'm blind, if I'm sick, if I cannot walk straight, and even if not any of those, I can eat in my. Thank you. I mean, since the time of Adam, a human being was confused. Shall we eat in the house, our houses? No, I think it's not lawful. We should eat in the house of the neighbors. Can we eat in the house of our father? What about our mother? Sister? Hmm. Anyway, I think we have enough for today. Don't forget, guys, to download the videos and share it with your friends. And until I see you, by the way, tomorrow there is an ex-Muslim. Uh, she asked me for long to because she wanted to talk about Shia. So tomorrow we will speak about Shia because she is coming from a Shia background. She is Iranian. She became a Christian, and tomorrow we will have a special program to talk about the Shia, and she will call me during the live broadcasting. So tomorrow around 3:30 we will be back live on air again, and our topic tomorrow is Shia. No Bukhari, nothing of the Sunni. All is about Shia, and Shia is very funny, by the way. You would die laughing, and you are responsible for what will happen to you after you hear what we will say about the Shia, and always with the clear evidence. We don't say things without proofs and reference, as you know. So get ready for tomorrow, and I will see you soon again. God is willing. Christ is Lord, and Islam is false. And see you. Thank you.